The 2013 NCAC Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships here from the C.T. Brannan Natatorium from Canton, Ohio. The 29th NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships tonight as we wrap things up here in Canton with Denison picking up their 5th straight title in both the men's and women's championships. A lot of good races throughout the week in a very fast pool. A number of NCAA A-cut set and new NCAC meet records. Earlier this evening I had a chance to catch up with the Denison University Big Red head men's and women's swimming and diving coach Gregg Parini, and here's what he had to say about another NCAC championship.
A terrific effort by both our teams. I mean, some amazing competition over the 3 days. I think the NCAC established itself as the best swimming and diving conference in the country. I mean, the level of competition, the intensity of the races was great. The great diving that we saw. We're just really happy that it turned out the way that it did. We had to beat a lot of really good teams to get there.
Coach, let's first talk about the women's victory tonight. Some really outstanding meets for a couple of your swimmers. Michelle Howell, sophomore, won both the 200 and 400 IM, set meet records in those A-cuts. And then 2 seniors had some big events. Alyssa Swanson, she's now won 18 NCAC titles, anchoring that 400 relay there at the end to come back and touch the wall first, as well as Lindsay Zeberline, 200 back as a senior. She had finished second her freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and came back her senior year and got the championship in that tonight. Just talk about some of those girls and some of the seniors and what they did for the women's program.
We've had great leadership all year long. I mean, we had a large senior class, a group of 10. The captains led the way. Lindsay, Lissa, we're both seniors, obviously, and provide great examples on a day-to-day basis for our younger swimmers. Michelle has just taken the cue from them and taken the cue from, so many good former swimmers that we've had too. But, this was just a real great team effort for us. We went ranked, nationally ranked. We're behind Kenyon on the women's side, and so there's probably a little bit of an upset from that standpoint. And we feel, like I said, very fortunate to be where we are after tonight's at the end of the night.
Coach, sticking with the women, you had a nice moment with the seniors after they received their championship. Just talk a little about, if you could, share what you shared with them and what that moment was like for you as a head coach.
Well, I challenged the women very early on in the season to kind of reinvent themselves a little bit as a class. And I'm just so very proud of the honest approach that they took to their season and to their training. They are always very team-centered and just provided terrific leadership for them. The amount of growth that I saw among them as a unit was phenomenal, and couldn't be prouder of any group I've ever had.
Transitioning to the men's side, Coach, some outstanding race meets for a couple of your men. Quinn Bartlett, a senior, his 3rd straight 200 back title, improved on his A-cut in this meet. He's now won 4 NCAC individual titles. Al Week, junior, 3-time 1650 champion. And then Carlos Mencil, he had a great meet as a junior, a 200 IM A-cut, also finished second in the 200 free at A-cut in that time. Just talk about some of their performances and what you thought on the men's side.
Well, the men's meet and the men's win is particularly gratifying just because of the amount of adversity that the men have had to deal with throughout the year. It has been a very challenging year on a lot of different levels for us. Quinn had a very debilitating illness at the end of last season that he is in many ways still recovering from. Carlos had an injury, that he's been nursing. Al's just rock solid. As a group, for them to rise to the level that they did this weekend, I can't say it was a bit of a surprise, but it was a big challenge for them. Just like I said, again, because some of the things that we've had to deal with throughout the year. So I'm very, very proud of them, and and the leadership that we saw with Al and Quinn as our captains.
Coach, like the women, you also had a nice moment with your men's team there after they accept their award. Just talk about sort of what you shared with them, and again, like with the women, what that was like for you as a coach.
Yeah, they're a smaller group. There's only 4 seniors, and they've done extremely well while they've been here. Quinn and Gabe have been are probably the more accomplished of the 2, but Seth and Jay have contributed in their ways as well, and I'm just happy to see them go out on this strong note. As we try to build some positive inertia for nationals.
You know, Coach, we've talked a lot about the swimmers, but the diving side of this as well. You sweep the 1 and 3 meter boards on both the men's and women's side. Just talk about what Jason has done with the divers and how proud you are of them to show out in that.
You know, we obviously have a strong diving program. We like to think that we have the strongest diving program in small college, and Jason's a big part of that. And you know, he's an outstanding leader. He's got great vision for his program. He's an excellent communicator. We're very fortunate to have him with us. You know, and we've just got a great group of divers and kids who, much like our swimmers, push each other to higher limits every single day.
And finally, Coach, obviously so much to celebrate tonight with your championships, but I know that there's still a lot in terms of the road ahead with both of these groups, the men and the women's side. Of course, the men trying to defend their NCAA title and the women trying to continue to improve their showing at NCAAs. Where do you go from here as a group, both on the men's and women's side, to start preparing and get ready for that NCAC championship?
We'll let the kids sleep in tomorrow morning, but the coaching staff will be in early tomorrow trying to assess. We'll be in the office early just trying to assess where things stand right now as we plan for the coming week and see who needs to go out and, you know, maybe improve on their qualifying times, you know, for Texas. And then we'll just, again, continue our preparation. I mean, we looked at the conference meet in many ways as a stepping stone towards nationals. This was part of our preparation, and we'll continue that preparation over the next several weeks.
Denison University head men's and women's swimming and diving coach Gregg Parini. Again, Denison picking up their 5th straight win on both the men's and women's site tonight from the CT Brandon Auditorium in Canton, Ohio at the NCAC Championships. Coach, again, congratulations and best of luck moving forward.
Thanks so much. Have a great evening.